Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into today's film session. Today we'll be breaking down Daijun Edwards' high school highlight tapes. I mean, we're going to go as deep as his sophomore year, but we're going to break it down into, show you a couple clips at the very beginning of some of his best work over his great career there at Colquitt County High School. Big time football in Georgia, Southwest Georgia football down there. Some of the bigger programs and some of the bigger stadiums you'll ever see in Georgia high school football. A couple things to note. Just we'll point it out as we go. Take a look at some of these crowds that he's played in front of, and just the quality of football and the caliber of football that he's played against. But we're going to break it down into all the specific areas that he does really well. Obviously, we'll address the speed concerns that most have about this bigger back. But, this is a guy who's been highly recruited by the University of Georgia, dating back all the way to, again, his freshman year there at Colquitt County. Dale McGee's been hot and heavy after Daijun Edwards, number 3 from Colquitt County. But before we get into tonight's film session, man, however you found this, man, we appreciate you for being here. First of all, hope you learned something, as always, with these film sessions. Hope you learned something about this guy. I think he's really talented tailback. But if you would, please support the channel by giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. And, if you like what we're doing, get in the comments. Tell us what we could do better. Tell us what you want us to do next. And maybe suggest something that you want to see. But again, hope you enjoy something, or I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you learn something. We'll see you on the back end. Best play from Daijun Edwards, hands down, bar none. This is the first play on his junior year, his highlight tape. You're going to see it all on display here. You're going to see a little bit of breakaway speed and some real power. And in the hole, I don't know if they make them much better, just in terms of getting in and out of space and finding open space. You're going to see it all right here. But this right, check this one out. Where he throws the guy on the ground. This is what we talk about when we talk about spatial awareness. Good backs have it. Okay, this guy normally tackles an average back right here. Instead, Daijun's already ripping through two would-be tacklers underneath him, and then he's going to identify this guy, and just all 210 pounds of Daijun Edwards is going to throw this dude on the ground and through the turf, and then use again, it's not lightning speed. You're never going to see that from number 3 right here, but what you are going to see is enough speed. He can score, all right? You want to know how powerful a back is and how much force they're putting through the ground and through their cleats. Just watch them on tape and see if they're, especially if they're playing on a turf surface like they are down here at Colquitt County in southwest Georgia. Really, really explosive athletes, they'll be throwing turf up off their feet. Okay, watch Daijun Edwards' feet right here as he goes to cut. It's just nothing but turf flying everywhere. Okay, this is power being put through the ground and all the short area quickness, right? We're going to show you a lot of this tonight. Breaking, I mean, this linebacker thinks he's got him. This linebacker is in a one-on-one situation right here. He thinks he's got him locked up, staring. Look at all this space right here. Nobody in between this outside tackle, it looks like to be a right tackle, and this, I don't even know where 73 was at the snap, but there is a lot of space right here. This is a alley drill that you'll see in all kinds of, camps and whatnot this summer. This is one-on-one. Who's the man? Daijun Edwards is the man. Jump cut, 2 jump cuts, take it to the house, breakaway speed. Again, not a ton, not a burner, okay? But 4.8's a little exaggerating on 247.com. This is a 4.6, 4.65 runner in my opinion. All right, we showed you the 2 key highlights where the whole package was on display. Now let's get into the deep breakdowns of each specific category of what this guy can put on tape. Starting with the power, right? This is Valdosta High School. This is big boy football, okay? This is where Valdosta State plays, okay? Valdosta State is a multi-Division II national champion, and guess what? They play in a high school stadium here in Valdosta High. All right, here's the power. Check this out, the finish of this run. Okay, you think you're tackled, or you think you got him tackled, but you never truly do. All right, this is in the secondary. This guy is dangerous on these safeties and whatnot, especially at the high school level. I know college safeties obviously are much bigger But the contact balance is out of this world. The power and the contact balance is top notch. Making this is what makes this guy a 4-star. Again, it's not the speed, it's more the power and the contact balance. This is really, really good stuff. And again, the shiftiness, there's a little bit of short area quickness here, but we're looking at the power. Look at the jump cuts and finding the open holes. But yeah, defensive backs don't have a chance at bringing this guy down one-on-one in space. Going to show you a little bit more of some power and contact balance here from Daijun Edwards, but just another quick note. Take a look, man. Look how many people are at this high school football game. All right? Don't get much bigger in terms of classifications. In fact, it don't. Okay? All right, but here we go. You're going to see him run through a shoulder tackle. We're going to lose him a little bit in the camera, but they're running outside zone here. Everything's clogged up. He's going to show patience and then be able to run through the crowded areas here, run through a couple arm tackles, jump over a down lineman, and I skip through the shoulder tackle. Boom, there you see it. He just chucked the defender. Defender goes flying as he runs through the hole right there. This is good power and, again, good contact balance right here. All right, this is a guy who's always got a good forward lean. All right, he always gets through the trash, never tackles himself, and the sniper never gets him. You know what I'm saying? This is a running back who, if there's 12 yards available, he'll get you 16. If there's 4 yards available, he'll get you 8. Okay, he's always falling forward. He's always making the right decision and getting to the right holes and always pressing the correct reads. And can, again, run with power, running through arm tackles in a big classification of football. Some more of the power and contact balance. We're all the way back to his sophomore year now, really grinding the tape at this point. All right, but you're going to see him run just a little flat out right here, catch the ball really well, and then watch him. This is textbook. This is stuff you see in running back drills. Okay, he's going to put the hand down and never seem to slow down, run right through a guy who this linebacker right here thinks he's about to get an absolute lick on Daijun Edwards. Oh, he's got his hands down. I'm going to go for the shot right here, and Daijun's going to run right through him and flip him. And then again, not going to run away from you, all right? But he's still got enough speed and enough power and balance to make explosive plays out on the edge and out in space, okay? Most high school, 4-star tailback tapes, you probably expect this guy to burst and score here, all right? But it's still valuable, okay? Everything else is elite right here. He's just not a 4-4 runner, and that's okay. You can live with that. You just got to coach it up, and he's still got room to grow. All right, so one of the best dead legs in the history of dead legs at the tailback position in DeAndre Swift, gone from the University of Georgia. Well, Daijun Edwards got a pretty fine dead leg himself. We're going to put that on display here, as well as some other nifty moves he's got. He's got the ability to make a man miss in the open field and even inside the hole. That's a little poor choice of word choice. I need to get some better word choice here. But anyways, let's go back to this film here right here. All right, so check the dead leg. Catch a body right here on a safety. Oof, sorry, guy. Just got to put on your back right there. Just running power right here. Colquitt County does a really good job running power. How about, look at this. This is new. I haven't seen this coaching point here. How about we stack the sniffer right in A gap? That's nuts. I love that stuff right there, coach. All right, check this out. Power, double. I mean, it's counter almost with the sniffer pulling right there. But, yeah, catching a body dead leg right there. Hard. Putting power into the ground. All right, it's good stuff. Some more elusiveness from the big back and Daijun Edwards right here. You're going to watch him make a pretty good safety from a pretty good football school here in Lowndes. Make a man miss in the open field here with just a simple, I'll call it a skip cut almost. It's not really a jump cut right there. Okay, this guy thinks he's got him dead to rights, and all he's going to do is put his left foot behind his right foot real quickly, and then boom, get right back to top speed. And again, it's a limited top speed. He's not a cheater, right? But watch, he knows he's not fast, or he's not super fast. He knows this guy is. He knows this guy is a burner. Again, South Georgia football. So what's he do? He eliminates the angle by cutting back this way on his way to score instead of running to the pylon where this guy's angle is, okay? This guy's expecting to continue to run to the pylon. So what are we going to do? We're going to cut his angle off this way. Boom. That is good, that's smart football right there. It's a good running back and a guy who's carried the ball a lot and knows his own abilities and knows his own weaknesses. You ever watched a football practice or gone to a camp and seen coaches take their running backs and put the little bags on the ground and make them do the wave drill where they cut through the bags in and out like that and practice their jump cuts and all that stuff and work on their lateral quickness and all that stuff. You wonder, well, how do they apply that to the game and what does it look like when they get there? Well, that kind of short area quickness just shows up all over Daijun Edwards' tape, and we're all the way back to the sophomore tape at this point. And again, this isn't an 80-yard run or a miraculous touchdown that you might see on tape. But what it is, it's textbook fundamental football at the running back position. And again, it looks like a coaching clinic at this point. It looks exactly like the wave drill and just getting in and out of holes and getting vertical upfield and never taking a negative play at the tailback position. And again, we're all the way back at the sophomore tape at this point. This is a long time ago in this young man's high school career, and he showed it this early. This is why Dale McGee was on this guy after his true freshman year. Colquitt County true freshman, like they can redshirt in high school. You get what I'm talking about. At 14, Dale McGee had his eyes on this guy, and this is why. He had this type of, ability as a runner as a sophomore. Now, this is the area and portion of Daijun Edwards' game that I really left this film session tonight, and I hope you leave it as well, with the impression that this guy's really, really good out of the backfield, despite how big he is, and despite how some will tell you that he lacks some athleticism or whatever the comp is. But all he's doing right here is running a wheel route out of the backfield. This is a really good job of Colquitt County's offensive coordinator and coaching staff identifying what this team's doing. Even during a scrimmage, you see the quarterback's in a different jersey, so that indicates this is a scrimmage. But this guy's going to end up with a tough task. He's going to be locked up in man-to-man coverage with Edwards out of the backfield. They're going to run a simple slant down here at the bottom of the screen and send Edwards on a wheel route. But what I want you to watch on this tape right here and on this film is watch him track this football over his shoulder. Okay? And the reception, okay? He tracks it all the way. This is tough, okay? This is another drill that you see receivers do all the time where they're running down the field and coach throws the ball over their head and says, ball, and then they have to look up and find the ball. Same drill, okay? He's looking through his helmet, looking through the screws, as we say it, okay? For those of you who don't know, in the dead center of a football helmet, there are two screws right in the middle of it. Coach calls it looking through the screws, all right? And again, this guy's going to almost catch him. Okay, but almost don't count unless you're playing horseshoes and grenades, right? Speed's not great, but the ball skills are, all right? Which wins. That's a natural receiver of the football. It's a guy who's caught a handful of balls in his day. Same exact play, just a couple of minutes later on the highlight tape. Same thing, slant here, linebacker right here is going to be matched with him out of the backfield. Going to be running the same wheel route, except this guy does a much better job playing with him and running with him in space, but it's not going to matter because Daijun does a great job attacking the ball. And look at that. He catches that thing off of his back. This linebacker's got no idea what's going on. Look, he is mighty confused when he realizes that guy's got that football. Okay, that's ball skills right there. That's a guy who, again, can catch the daggone football and is not just a guy who has to catch it with his body. That's him attacking the football with his hands and having strong hands right there, picking a ball out of the air. Looks like George Pickens, but, a thick, short, thick back. It's good stuff. Boy, they like this wheel route at Colquitt County to little Daijun Edwards here. Same thing, slant, wheel here. Just this is gonna show you the toughness though from Edwards. All right, first off, little thing to note here. Got a hoodie on. All right, let's see who else got sleeves on. I don't see anybody else with sleeves on, but I'm assuming it's cold here. This is against Camden County, another really good football team. Boom, takes a shot and receives this football. You know who this gets hit by? This is a D1 football player hitting him right there. This safety from Camden's got offers from all kinds of D1 offers. 3-star safety. Okay? This ain't, single A football or anything like this. Big boy, grown man football. As my boy Blaine Gilmer says, these are boy dogs. Okay? It means they're not female dogs, if you know what I mean. If you catch my drift. But toughness right here, and a good natural catcher. Okay, he doesn't let this get into his body. He attacks it with his hands. All right, here we go. Just getting into open space. And this is Michael Holmes. We just saw him on the last clip. Okay, that dude can run. All right, that dude can flat out run. But so can Daijun. Okay, and I like the little gallop right there. Watch the gate step. Whoop whoop. Little head nod too. Check it from the tight. This is good patience on this stretch zone. And again, this dude can flat out go. I'm telling you. He's a 3-star based solely off his 40. All right, but there's some game speed there, okay? That don't look like 4.8 to me, but that looks like 4.4. I'll tell you that right now. That dude's got a head down, just getting it. Again, Camden County football. This is big time football. Again, not a 4.8 runner. That's more close to a 4.6, 4.65. But all the other stuff is flat out elite. This guy ran a 4.55 one time. He'd be a top 100 player. I mean, all in all, I think the contact balance is there. I think the power is there. I think the elusiveness, the ability to make a man miss an open field is there. All of those traits are at an elite level. The ability to catch the ball and catch the ball really, really well in traffic, out of the backfield is there as well. All elite traits in those categories. The only thing that he doesn't do elite is, the explosive stuff, the breakaway speed. Quite literally, that's it. I mean, it is not a 4.4 runner, like we've said multiple times tonight. He is not a 4.4 runner. Not to say that he may not become even a 4.5 runner. By the time he leaves the University of Georgia. But right now, I think he's about a 4.6. But I think he's still good enough to one day get on the field at the University of Georgia. I don't think it's going to be early, especially not as early as his freshman year, just because there's already plenty of mouths to feed in that Georgia backfield. But this is a guy who over time will certainly work his way into a solid playing time and a solid role there at the University of Georgia, because that's what he is. He's a worker. He's not a talker. He's not a loud guy. He's rather quiet, more of an introvert, but he's a grinder. As you can see, this young man spent some time in the weight room already and is going to continue to do so at the collegiate level. That's our breakdown for tonight, guys. I hope you really, really enjoyed it. As you can tell throughout the broadcast, my voice has gotten much deeper. It's pretty late here. But we got to get this good stuff out for you. You guys have seemed to enjoy it. And if you have enjoyed tonight's session, we've got more coming, obviously, but please support what we've already got out. If you haven't caught all of our videos, go look at and watch some of our older ones. And while you're here, give this one a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and we will see you next time. Follow me on Twitter at BrooksAustinSI, and check out the Bulldog Maven as well. You can just type in bulldogmaven.com now. Pretty cool. We'll see you guys next time.